Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to the 12th episode of the 300 most common words of the Quran series. We are on words 190 to 181. Don't forget to read along with me and to repeat the word 3 times when I'm done with it. The first word is nahar, which means day, coming from the root of nahara, the one we covered last time, meaning river, stream, to strike water, or to chase away. تولج الليل في النهار وتولج النهار في الليل وتخرج الحي من الميت وتخرج الميت من الحي وترزق من تشاء بغير حساب. You cause the night to enter the day, and you cause the day to enter the night. And you bring the living out of the dead, and you bring the dead out of the living. And you give provision to whom you will without measure. Here, an-nahar is referred twice as the day. إنما مثل الحياة الدنيا كماء إن أنزلناه من السماء فاختلط به نبات الأرض مما يأكل الناس والأنعام حتى إذا أخذت الأرض زخرفها وزينت وظن أهلها أنهم قادرون عليها أتاها أمرنا ليلا أو نهارا. The example of this worldly life is but like rain which we have sent down from the sky, that the plants of the earth absorb, those from which men and livestock eat, until when the earth has taken on its adornment and is beautified, and its people suppose that they have capability over it. There comes to it our command by night or by day. Here, the word nahara refers to by day. وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا, and made the day for livelihood. Here, in Surah An-Naba, an-nahar refers to the day. Nahar, day. Nahar, day. Nahar, day. The next word is jarai, which means to run, flow, move swiftly, or proceed. Coming from the root of jarai, which means to run, flow, stream, or to be constant. قال الله هذا يوم ينفع الصادقين صدقهم لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك الفوز العظيم. Allah will say, this is the day when the truthful will benefit from their truthfulness. For them are gardens in paradise, beneath which rivers flow, wherein they will abide forever, Allah being pleased with them, and they with Him. That is the great attainment. May Allah make us of those people. Here, tajri refers to flow. جنات عدن يدخلونها تجري من تحتها الأنهار لهم فيها ما يشاءون كذلك يجزي الله المتقين. Gardens of perpetual residence, which they will enter, beneath which rivers flow. They will have therein whatever they wish. Thus does Allah reward the righteous. Here, tajri again refers to flow. إِنَّا لَمَّا طَغَى الْمَاءُ حَمَلْنَاكُمْ فِي الْجَارِيَةِ. Indeed, when the water overflowed, we carried you in the sailing ship. Here, al-jariyah refers to the sailing ship. Jarai, to run, flow, or move swiftly. Jarai, to run, move, or flow swiftly. Jarai, to run, flow, or move swiftly. The next word is lakin, which means and or and but. ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. Unquestionably, it is they who are the corrupters, but they perceive it not. إن الله لا يظلم الناس شيئا ولكن الناس أنفسهم يظلمون. Indeed, Allah does not wrong the people at all, but it is the people who are wronging themselves. Here, ولكن refers to but. لكنه الله ربي ولا أشرك بربي أحدا. But as for me, He is Allah, my Lord, and I do not associate with my Lord anyone. Here, لكن refers to but. لكن and or and but. لكن and or and but. لكن and or and but. The next word is قرية, which refers to town or city, coming from the root word of قرية, which means village, town, or city. Similar words include قرى, which means towns or cities, in the plural. وما لكم لا تقاتلون في سبيل الله والمستضعفين من الرجال والنساء والولدان الذين يقولون ربنا أخرجنا من هذه القرية الظالم أهلها واجعل لنا من لدنك وليا واجعل لنا من لدنك نصيرا. What is the matter with you, that you fight not in the cause of Allah, and for the oppressed among men, women, and children who say, Our Lord, take us out of this city of oppressive people, and appoint for us from yourself a protector, and appoint from us from yourself a helper. Here, al-Qaryah refers to the city. وَمَا أَهْلَكْنَا مِن قَرْيَةٍ إِلَّا وَلَهَا كِتَابٌ مَعْلُومٌ. And we did not destroy any city, but that for it was a known decree. Here, Qaryah again refers to city. فانطلقا حتى إذا أتيا أهل قرية استطعما أهلها فأبوا أن يضيفوهما فوجدا فيها جدارا يريد أن ينقض فأقامه قال لو شئت لاتخذت عليه أجرا. So they set out until when they came to the people of a town, they asked its people for food, but they refused to offer them hospitality. And they found the inner wall about to collapse. So he, Al-Khidr, restored it. Musa said, if you wished, you could have taken for it a payment. Qarya here refers to town. Qarya, town or city. Qarya, town or city. Qarya, town or city. The next word is Ain, which means eye or spring, coming from the root of the same word, Ain, which means eye, the evil eye, or water spring. وإذ استسقى موسى لقومه فقلنا اضرب بعصاك الحجر فانفجرت منه 12 عينا قد علم كل أناس مشربهم كلوا واشربوا من رزق الله ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين. And recall when Musa prayed for water for his people. So he said, strike with your staff the stone. And there gushed from it 12 springs, and every people knew its watering place. Eat and drink from the provision of Allah and do not commit abuse on the earth, spreading corruption. Here, Aina refers to springs. وتولى عنهم وقال يا أسفا على يوسف وبيضت عيناه من الحزن فهو كظيم. And he turned away from them and said, Oh, my sorrow over Yusuf. And his eyes became white from grief, for he was a suppressor. Here, عيناه refers to his eyes, as in his physical eyes. حتى إذا بلغ مغرب الشمس وجدها تغرب في عين حمئة ووجد عندها قوما قلنا يا ذا القرنين إما أن تعذب وإما أن تتخذ فيهم حسنا. Until when he reached the setting of the sun, he found it setting in a body or spring of dark water. And he found near it a people. We said, O Dhul Qarnayn, either you punish them or else adopt among them a way of goodness. Here, Ain refers to a body or spring of water. Ain, eye or spring. Ain, eye or spring. Ain, eye or spring. The next word is sabara, which means was patient, coming from the root of the same word, which is sabara, which means patience, endurance, restraint, or confinement. Similar words are isbir, which means have patience, sabir, which means one who is patient, or sabirin, which means those who are patient. وإذ قلتم يا موسى لن نصبر على طعام واحد فادع لنا ربك. And recall when you said, O Musa, we can never endure one kind of food, so call upon your Lord. Here, nasbir refers to endure, or be patient with. ولقد كذبت رسل من قبلك فصبروا على ما كذبوا وأوذوا حتى أتاهم نصرنا ولا مبدل لكلمات الله ولقد جاءك من نبأ المرسلين. And certainly were messengers denied before you, but they were patient over the denial, and they were harmed until our victory came to them. And none can alter the words of Allah, and there has certainly come to you some information about the previous messengers. Here, فَصَبَرُوا refers to, but they were patient. فَاصْبِرْ صَبْرًا جَمِيلًا. So be patient with gracious patience. Here, فَاصْبِرْ is an order to be patient, and sabra means patience. Sabara was patient. Sabara was patient. Sabara was patient. The next word is nadir, which means warner, coming from the root word of nadara, which means to warn, threaten, or vow or pledge. Similar words are andir, which is an order to warn, mundir, which means warner, or indar, which means a warning. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. Indeed, those who disbelieve, it is all the same for them whether you warn them or do not warn them. They will not believe. Here it comes in twice. أأنذرتهم, whether or not you warn them. And again it comes in as تنذرهم, which means warn them. ألا تعبدوا إلا الله إنني لكم منه نذير وبشير. Through a messenger saying, do not worship except Allah. Indeed, I am to you from him a warner and a bringer of good tidings. Here, Nadir refers to warner. تبارك الذي ينزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. Blessed is he who sent down the criterion upon his servant, that he may be to the world a warner. Here, Nadhira refers to a warner. Nadir, warner. Nadir, warner. Nadir, warner. The third last word is Nasr, which means help or victory, coming from the root of the same word, which is Nasara, which means to help, avenging, or to triumph. Similar words are Yansur, which means grants victory, or Nasara, which means granted victory. أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يأتكم مثل الذين خلوا من قبلكم مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول والذين آمنوا معه متى نصر الله ألا إن نصر الله قريب. Or do you think that you will enter paradise while such trials has not come to you as came to those who passed on before you? They were touched by poverty and hardship and were shaken until even their messenger and those who believed with him said, when is the help of Allah? Unquestionably, the help of Allah is near. Personally, one of my favorite verses. Here, Nasr comes in twice, referring to the help in both times. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم. O you who have believed, if you support Allah, He will support you and plant firmly your feet. Here it comes in twice. Tansuru meaning you support, and yansurkum meaning He will support. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح, when the victory of Allah has come and the conquest. Here in Surah Al-Nasr, the word itself is used as victory. Nasr, help or victory. Nasr, help or victory. Nasr, help or victory. The second last word is qada, which means decrees, coming from the root of the same word, which means to decree, to judge, to decide, or to plan. Similar words include yaqdi, which means he decrees, or qadi, which means a judge. هو الذي خلقكم من طين ثم قضى أجلا وأجل مسمى عنده ثم أنتم تمترون. It is He who created you from clay and then decreed a term and a specified time known to Him. Then still you are in dispute. Here, قضى refers to He decreed. وقضى ربك ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه وبالوالدين إحسانا إما يبلغن عندك الكبر أحدهما أو كلاهما فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما وقل لهما قولا كريما. And your Lord has decreed that you worship not except Him, and to parents good treatment. Whether one or both of them reach old age while with you, say not to them so much as uff, and do not repel them but speak to them a noble word. Here, وَقَضَى means and He has decreed. وَاللَّهُ يَقْضِي بِالْحَقِّ وَالَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِهِ لَا يَقْضُونَ بِشَيْءٍ إِنَّ اللَّهَ هُوَ السَّمِيعُ الْبَصِيرُ. And Allah judges with the truth, while those idols they invoke besides Him cannot judge at all. Indeed, Allah is the all-hearing, all-seeing. Here it comes in twice. يَقْضِي, which means He judges, and يَقْضُونَ, which means they judge. قضى, decrees. قضى, decrees. قضى, decrees. The final word is nisa, which means women, with a whole chapter named after it, chapter 4. Coming from the root of neso, which means related to women. Similar words include niswa, which means some or few women. وإذا طلقتم النساء فبلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو سرحوهن بمعروف. And when you divorce women and they have nearly fulfilled their term, either retain them according to acceptable terms or release them according to acceptable terms. Here, النساء refers to the women. فمن حاجك فيه من بعد ما جاءك من العلم فقل تعالوا ندعو أبناءنا وأبناءكم ونساءنا ونساءكم وأنفسنا وأنفسكم ثم نبتهل فنجعل لعنة الله على الكاذبين. Then whoever argues with you about it after this knowledge has come to you, say, come, let us call our sons and your sons, our women and your women, yourselves and ourselves together. Then supplicate earnestly together and invoke the curse of Allah upon the liars among us. Here, وَنِسَاءَنَا refers to our women, and وَنِسَاءَكُمْ refers to and your women. وَلَا تَتَمَنَّوْا مَا فَضَّلَ اللَّهُ بِهِ بَعْضَكُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ لِلرِّجَالِ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا اكْتَسَبُوا وَلِلنِّسَاءِ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا اكْتَسَبْنَ وَاسْأَلُوا اللَّهَ مِن فَضْلِهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمًا. And do not wish for that by which Allah has made some of you exceed others. For men is a share of what they have earned, and for women is a share of what they have earned. And ask Allah of His bounty. Indeed, Allah is ever of all things knowing. Here, walin nisa refers to and for women. Nisa, women. Nisa, women. Nisa, women. So, to recap, nahar, day. Jarai, to run, flow, or move swiftly. Lakin, and or and but. Qarya, town or city. Ain, eye or spring. Sabara, was patient. Nadir, warner. Nasr, help or victory. Qada, decrees. And Nisa, women. That is the end of the lesson today. Make sure to go through one of these sets and try and pick out which word was used in these verses as always. And I will see you for tomorrow's lesson inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.